Hey everyone, I'm Brad Nelson,
And I'm Todd Anderson.
and you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. Alright, so today we're going to be playing a couple of the highest finishing decks from SCG Philly. A couple weeks back, actually, by now. Bradley Carpenter, who defeated Tom and I in that event to finish in 9th place.
Womp womp.
Yeah, the X3, one of the only two that missed top 8. It was sad.
Yeah, it's kind of brutal. It was a really big tournament, though. It was, I think just around 600 players, and it's pretty rare that X3 doesn't top 8 at these opens with the new structure. And it just so happened that Bradley was on the chopping block, and he's been tearing it up lately in Standard.
Yeah.
You know, he had back-to-back open top 8s with the green-white Megamorph deck that you and Tom eventually started playing over the course of the Standard season.
Yeah, and this time he brought to the table an Esper Tokens list without hangerbacks with Seeker of the Way, which the deck list looks great, and he ended up doing really well with it. I thought I'd take a crack at it since this is one of those if you can't beat them, join them moments. Earlier in the week, I played Obzon against BBD, and these are the two decks that I need to understand the most moving forward,
Sure.
and so does everyone else. They're performing really well, moving towards these being some of the best Wingmate Rock strategies. Bat Megamorph has had decent results, but not a big following, and I might even drop away from that deck as well.
Yep. I'm going to be playing Hunter Nance's take on Abzan aggro. It's Abzan Blue. Its main deck Stubborn Denial, which I think pairs really well with things like Siege Rhino and Anafenza to protect them. Gives you some breathing room against opposing Gideons, Wrath effects from the control decks and things like that. But it also has Woodland Wanderer over Gideon.
Yeah.
Which I think is a weird but cool direction to go. Since, with the Stubborn Denials, Woodland Wanderer is just this giant threat that can just plow over just about anything in the format.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it clocks opponents really quickly, and if you can't get over it, you're not going to get through it. And
Yeah.
so, it's attacking and blocking, which is a really powerful effect for a gigantic vigilance monster, and it tramples. Yeah. It's actually really funny because this is very close to what BBD built originally in the beginning of the format, and there's an old Versus video with this pre-Pro Tour, and we actually were like, maybe we shouldn't play it at the first open with Stubborn Denials because they're really good, but then just never went back to testing it for the Pro Tour. Big old dum-dums we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, the deck looks really great.
Yeah, and I do want to say one thing about Hunter Nance. He's been also doing really well in the Open Series as of late. He's really high up on the leaderboard, and has just been on fire on the Opens the last couple months. He has 2 or 3 top 8s for the Opens, most of the time making it at least to the finals. And, he's been playing this Abzan deck. He even made it to the finals at the North Carolina State Championships, where I beat him.
I like how we added that.
Yeah,
but it's really funny because for a couple months here, I'm not in the points race like Todd and Tom, but seeing Hunter start to do well, we're rooting for him to not do as well. Don't want him to win a lot of points, but as he kept winning more, it's just changed to we hope he just sucks all the points up and just wins all of them and just wins the season.
Yeah.
And so every time we see him in the race, we're please just win. Just take all the points.
Yeah.
Which is really great for someone that I didn't know of last year, and now I'm going to be doing battle against him at the end of the year.
Yeah, hopefully me too.
I'm pretty sure you'll be there too. But
Well, I gotta get some more points though.
yeah, you got to do better than top 18 events.
Yeah,
Got to win them. Yeah. But yeah, so let's see the battle between these two decks, and we'll come back with some post-match recap and figure out if these are decks that you should be playing this weekend in Kansas City. All right, so let's do the old 61 game.
All right, 60. First person to roll 61 loses.
Yep.
All right. Oh, dead.
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled
First.
61.
I can keep this.
All right. This one, we're on the draw, so this one's actually better than it looks. We have some early action. Hopefully we'll draw something to do on turn 3 or 4, or turn 3. It's a good one. Lead here with a basic.
Oh, you're so lucky. All right, I'm going to...
Kill it.
Yeah, I'm not going to kill it. I'm just going to play a Seeker of the Way.
All right. 1920.
Yep.
I'll go ahead and start my turn since you slow. I suppose if he's going to turn on a Seeker, it's usually just going to kill my Warden, so we'll just level this and attack for 3.
16.
Here we go.
God, how lucky, just no fetch basics.
I mean, I also have fetches. I just didn't have to.
Yeah.
I'd rather fetch to have perfect mana later.
All right. I don't actually know what I should do. I think I'm going to just say go.
Okay. Draw. Attack for 3.
All right. I'm going to secure the waste in response.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to get 2 tokens, and I'm going to...
Before blocks... His guy's a 3/3, and... Huh. If he... There's no way he's just... I mean, he acted like he was about to triple block, but I don't think he should do that. Because then I can just kill a Seeker and eat his tokens, so... But if he just blocks with just Seeker, then I can pump my guy. But then if he plays Gideon, it's not great. Alright. I guess you can block. That's fine.
All right. Block.
Alright, put 2 counters on this guy.
All right, I'll go to... You go to 19, I go to 19.
Yep.
All right.
Here we go.
All right, 18.
Yep.
All right, and here we're just gonna Gideon, make a token, and probably attack for 1. We want to keep 1 back.
Where's your kitty?
I'm using kitties. I didn't want to use just stupid born allies. I wanted to use foil kitties. And so, if he has 2 removal spells, we lose our Gideon, but that eats up another turn. I feel like just getting in for 1 is better.
Okay. Draw. Alright, I'll attack Gideon.
All right, we have to block with this, so trample doesn't kill the Gideon.
True. That's fine.
All right.
I'll go to 17 and play Siege Rhino, go up to 20, and you go down to 15.
All right. All right, we're going to make another kitty,
Kitty!
and then we're going to play Sorin and tick up.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty good.
And we will pass the turn, hoping to block many times.
So 15, 20.
Yep.
Alright, so we got 9 power trample. If we send it all at either Gideon or Sorin, it should kill it. If he has Murderous Cut, it's not great for us, but we can maybe come back from it. I think if we attack Sorin, Sorin's emblem is actually almost unbeatable for this deck, so we're actually just going to attack Sorin over Gideon.
Okay. I'm going to... So this would trample 1, and then that would be forced to trample 4. Or we can kill the Warden and do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to block here and just...
Well, if you block here, you shouldn't block here, right? Because
No,
they both trample. So you either want to trade here or... So if you block here, that's still going to die. Because I have 9 power and you only have 4 toughness.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe I'm supposed to do... this.
I mean, it's still the same thing. And it depends on which one you want to kill.
I understand.
Oh, no, but that forces me to do this,
Yes,
and then I
that
get blown
forces,
out by...
Yeah, I'm going to
Murderous
block
Cut.
like this.
Alright, I don't think I can afford to get blown out by Murderous Cut, so I think I'll just let this happen, and...
Passing priority.
Yeah, I'll pass.
And I can't afford to get blown out. So, sure.
Yep.
I'm going to gain 7.
Yep.
22.
And, yeah, I don't gain anything, so...
No.
I will Canopy Vista and Wingmate Rock. Get a bird.
That's real good.
Took all my tokens, you jerk. There they are.
Alright, well, I'm going to have to kill something, but this is real bad. I am going to kill the Wingmate.
Okay.
Where's my Wingmate? That is not a Wingmate. Make 4 guys.
Okay.
Tick up. Attack for 6.
I'll take 6 down to 14. You go to 28.
And I have 2 more tokens, and I'll play a Shambly Vince tapped and pass.
Sure.
Alright, there they are. Alright. I feel like I'm not playing this game well.
I don't think you're playing it bad. Alright, I don't really want to trade this for these. So I'll just attack here for 3. And then I kind of want to level this and get this active and just hope he doesn't have another kill spell.
I mean, I'm hellbent.
Well, I mean, you hope you don't draw another kill
Yeah.
spell. I can also just like play more ground guys, but they don't get through this plus this very easily. So, alright. I'm going to fetch down to 13. I'm going to play this for 2.
Alright.
And I'm just going to go ahead and level this, I guess.
Sure.
Here we go.
So it is a 5/5 lifelinker.
Correct. There's no reason to do this, but I'm just doing it to save time.
Alright, emblem. This is tough. So this is one, like, I guess I should just make both have to be attacked. Tick this up. Attacking doesn't make much sense. Go. And I'm playing with everything face up for Todd just because if I draw Painful Truce, I want to make sure that I can dispatch as many resources as possible.
Alright, so this is going to go at Soren. And this is going to go at Gideon.
Oh, okay, so things are... Alright.
Oh, I guess no.
Yeah, that shouldn't
Yeah,
go,
well, he
'cause I
would be a
can-
10. But these are... You'd have to
Threes.
block with all of them.
Which I would.
Sure. Okay, I'll just kill Soren.
Yep.
So he's still level 2. Gonna fetch, play Rhino and Afenza.
Ugh.
So I go to 15 and you go to 25.
Alright.
And I'll say go.
Alright, make a kitten. I'll just fetch down to 24 and pass the turn again. Out of swamp, so I'll just go get Prairie Stream.
All right.
Guess I can get the blue-black, which I want. Yep, blue-black. And your turn.
Alright, Bird doing some work here.
Yes, it is.
Playing sniper for all these planeswalkers. Alright. I guess I don't really want to trade, so I'll just kill Gideon and then maybe start alpha striking next turn. And I'll say go. That's pretty good. So you take 3 down 21.
I don't know. Maybe I should just draw 1 card. So close to putting all these lines in play and having something effective happen, but alright, we'll just play a land and Ruinous Path this.
That's unfortunate.
Well, what's unfortunate is I don't have 7 mana to awaken. Your turn.
Alright, let's put a counter here.
Yeah.
Untap, draw. Alright, so what happens if we attack with everybody?
Oh, this is going to happen.
Yes, we're pretty low life, so there's no reason to attack with everybody. Could just attack with Penguin. The longer we give him to secure the waste into another planeswalker, though, is bad. So, does that put you to 20?
Yeah, I mean, I've already played 2 secures, though.
I know, but
I am just cutting to the perfect card every time to cheat you. But
figure, you know. Well, the problem is, like, he has 2 Shambling Vents that are pumped with the emblem, so I at least need to hold 2 guys back. So maybe that means just attack with just Penguin. If I attack with an offensive 2, put a counter on the Penguin. That's not good enough.
Yeah, 17 to 15.
Go. Yep.
Alright, so we'll just indicate it by that.
Alright.
I've done this many times. I've even gotten 2 of these off the same Gideon. Got chump blocked a lot. Alright, just play the land. Since if it was a removal spell, we'd probably start getting in there. And again, if I draw one of the Painful Truths, I want to be able to use my resources. Still no attack. And the reason I did that is because I just need big guys. Your turn.
Alright, counter.
Yeah.
Draw. Alright, land, tech, go.
14. Go.
Counter. So you're at 14.
Do I have an Alpha Strike? Did I have an Alpha Strike? I wasn't even paying attention. Not really. I think I did. Oh well.
I'll tell you this much. I would have been very glad if you had Alpha Striked. Alright, attack.
11.
Go.
10. Ooh, good thing I fetched. Yeah, I thought there was one more left. That, and there's one more planes left. I want you to do the lucky cut this time.
No, I'm good.
No, cut. Ooh.
Sure.
I'll target the hanger back.
Response.
Yep.
Stick up, and I'll cut it.
Tilt. Guess I should have targeted the penguin.
Alright, I'll get 5 Thopters.
I'm at 10. Does this resolve?
Come on, buddy.
So I could just attack with everything and see what happens. Seems bad. Go.
Okay, put 2 counters on this.
Yep, dead. I was drawing a cut. Alright, so this isn't the most impressive hand, but hopefully we draw some lands and we get there.
Same here. I really wish I I really hope to draw a cheap guy. There we go. Right on time.
Is it actually right on time?
Go.
Okay. It's like if it's like the literal right on time turn 1 Warden, that'd be kind of a tilt.
19.
Yeah.
Where are you at, Song of Hollow? Need you in my life. That was okay. That was fine. Thought that I had just.
I love how
played the
this
wrong
is an
fetch.
obs on aggro start. But it's ran into Sunken Hollow.
Yeah, it's great. Hang it back for 1. Go.
Tilt. Silky smooth. 3, you go.
1623.
Yep.
Fetch, and I'll just go ahead and cut this.
Sure.
Not sure if the deck plays like stance or other things like that, but I'd rather just get it out of play while I can, for cheap, cheapish.
And you're up.
Alrighty, so I'm at 15. You're at 23.
Yep.
All right. Well, let's play
A big boy.
the fattest of wanderers.
Tilt. That's up plains, right?
Is it? No, it's
No.
not.
Go.
1423.
You're good.
Okay. Draw. Attack for 6.
17. Tilt.
God, so much fetch and shuffling. That's good. Why didn't you play
great.
that last turn? Silky smooth.
Go.
So bird's down.
Bird's down.
So crap over here.
Madramoko's command protection is strong this game.
That's true. All right. So what we got me at? 13 or 14? I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter.
Okay.
You could be at 1.
Okay.
Don't think I'm going to win.
Gain 2. Attack. We'll both.
Yeah, you're at 3.
All right. I'll go to 2. Then I'll go to 5. And I'll play these. We dead? Is that,
Yes.
What happened? What was in
Like
your
I said,
hand?
you could be at 1. It was a ruinous path, 2 wingmate rocks. I found my rocks.
Why didn't you play them?
What's yours? All right, well, I'm going to have a sane sideboarding swap and take out these knights on the play for some counters and a Dragonlord Slumguard for my top end. What are you doing, Todd?
Well, the only creatures I saw from Brad's deck were neither White Orchid and Seeker of the Way, and Abzan Charm and Murder's Cut are not great against decks that just have like only small creatures or very few creatures in general. Hangback Walker's also pretty bad against Silk Wrap decks, and you want to make sure that if they Silk Wrap something like Anafenza, you can use your Dramoka's command to get it back. So if you let them take your Hangback Walker, you know, it just kind of sits there and your Dramoka's commands don't really do anything. So we're going to cut those, and we're going to just try out a weird sideboard plan that has a bunch of stuff. Some counter spells with Stroke and Dispel. Go up to 4 Dim Protector because I'm assuming the games are going to go super deep. A couple Tragic Arrogances just because they clean up his tokens quite nicely, as long as I don't get Alpha Strike the next turn. And Wingmate Rock seemed very good in both those games, so bring in another one of those.
All right. All right, so for game 3, I'm going to keep this hand on the play, and it's really funny because if I don't, without a 2-drop, this Painful Truce actually is a compulsive research on turn 3.
Sure.
But the hand does look pretty good.
My hand looks real bad, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to give Brad a shot to win the game.
Your turn. I'm just going to fetch up a
As long as I
plains.
draw lands, I'll be okay. Oh, looky there. Drew a land. Okay, well, Go.
All right, 19. Draw. Go.
Get a green white.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not fooling myself. This is just going to get a swamp so that my basic land game is strong.
Yep. Plus, you want to secure for 1, right? So.
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Draw. Play this. Actually. Yeah. All right. And I'll play a warden.
All right. That is not what I wanted to draw. All right, I'm gonna maybe not do that. I think I'm just going to play a bad Read the Bones and just go to 16 and draw 2. I don't think the point is worth just discarding a card.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, here we go.
All right, so you're at 16 and I'm at 19.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's put a little pressure on Bardley. Level attack.
All right.
13. Go.
All right. All right. Well, I'm gonna fetch down to 12. I'm gonna get blue-white so that my second white source isn't always going to cost me life. And I'm going to Gideon tick up.
Okay.
Go.
And the reason he's doing that is because if I have Dramoka's command, I just get to free roll kill his Gideon. So.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get a blue-white. Where's it at?
There's no blue-white in that deck.
Yes,
Oh,
there
no.
is.
Oh, this version. I'm
In this
thinking of
version,
the other Obzon decks.
Well, if they have Blue Delta, they probably should have Prayer Stream. Maybe I'm wrong. Huh, that was a sweet draw. Alright, we're just going to attack Brad.
Jeez.
Put him 9. Alright, I'm playing Offenza.
That's not good.
Go.
That's not good at all. And I'm just getting stuck on lands.
You have 4. Maybe you should have Painful Truce for 1 extra.
I feel it. I'm feeling it now. All right, so I'm gonna get counterspelled.
Maybe.
All right. I will Silky Smooth.
Resolves.
And Offenza.
Okay.
And cut that.
And I'll dispel that one. You gotta get your graveyard.
Yep. All right, make a kitty cat. Your turn.
Okay. I'll attack you.
Block.
Sure.
Okay. Why is your wingmate game so much stronger than mine?
I don't know. Because I have creatures that attack. And you have creatures that block.
I have wingmates too. All right. My hand's all 5 drops. All right, well, I think this hand's a little weak, but worth keeping.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm on the draw, so hopefully we draw lands again. Go.
All right, well, that at least gets us our 3rd color, but not going to help too much.
Alright, get a blue-white. This feels like it could bite me, but I think that's just how you have to do fetches and stuff in decks
You can
like
always...
this.
The actual way that I used to play this deck was you never crack your fetches until you know you're going to play a spell next turn. Like if you...
I'm playing spell next turn.
Okay.
Yep. If I wasn't playing spell next turn, I wouldn't. Alright, green, Den Protector, go.
All right, so it puts you at 18.
Yep.
All right, well, I feel like it's a stronger play than anything.
Okay.
So you're going to go to 15. I'm going to go to 23, 22, because I'm going to crack this.
22-15.
Yep.
If we don't draw a line here,
blue,
we're
black.
in a little trouble. All right, your go.
I'm going to win one. The Knights are coming back. Huh. Check.
13.
Go.
In your turn, make you sack an enchantment and put a counter on your Seeker.
Really?
I don't know. What do you want from me?
I don't know. Not that.
It's my only option. Tilt. Attack.
Okay. What?
Okay, I shouldn't attack. I forgot you got shit.
It's like, is that worth? I think it's worth trading 2 for 1.
Your
This whole turn.
Yeah, fine. 10.
Go.
Whoop. Tilt. Man, max punished. Alright, discard.
I'll fetch first.
Are you playing a spell?
No,
Alright.
but I have to fetch before you discard.
That's true. I was just curious if I could go ahead and shortcut and discard. This is the Abzan aggro, I know. Seven.
Go.
Whoop. Ooh, got there, kind of.
Ooh.
There you go.
20. And the reason I'm not playing any spells, it should be slightly obvious, is that there's no reason to play my cards into his counters because he'll eventually have to tap all his mana to interact with me.
That's true.
And then I'll just unload the fury of everything I've got, which isn't much.
That sounds gross.
All right, animate attack.
Blah. Cards?
Like 4?
Block Seeker, I guess.
Okay.
I'll put a counter on him and use second enchantment.
All right, I'll cut it.
Okay. I'll take 2, you gain 2, so 23 to 5. That's what I got.
I have myself at 20 up to 22 now.
Sure.
Yeah, so 22 to 5 down to 4 for you.
Yep. 4 fetch.
Yeah.
How about randomly come back and beat you this game? That'd be
I would
great.
not like that.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, the first step would be inoffensive plus counter backup. No, that won't really work.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? I'm at 3.
Yeah.
I'll play Anafenza.
All right.
Don't have counter backup, I swear.
Painful truths.
Resolves.
And you should counter it. Please.
No, dog, that ain't me.
All right, I'm at 19.
Sure.
Attack.
Block.
Trade. Gain 4.
Yep.
Wingmate rock.
Is that a creature? I think that's... All right, you win.
All right. All right, so how I'm going to sideboard on the draw is I'm going to take out the third Secure and Painful Truce, since these cards kind of can slow me down. Same with these Seekers on the draw, and I'm going to go back to Knights. I'm going to bring in Archangels as something that I can put on the board to stop Wingmate Rock from happening. It's kind of a when I need to tap my mana, but don't have the mana to hold up for Disdainful Stroke.
Sure.
And then one Dispel, because I feel like I'm going to be under pressure to double spell, and this is one of the easiest ways, along with Murder's Cut, to do so.
Mm-hmm. I ain't changing nothing.
Deck's great. I'm great.
I don't know. Could be. All right, I'm on the play here. Is this game 5?
This is 5.
All right.
I mean, it
Trending
feels like
right
it should be
along.
like 2 or 3. Like, this is what, minute 17 of the video?
Yeah, so I mulliganed a one-lander into this, and this is not exactly exciting, but
Everything I said is what Todd just said, so, or everything I did, so.
okay.
I don't need
Whatever.
to explain
I'm
anything.
gonna scry. This card's great.
Scry. The card sucks.
Go.
Huh. Go.
Go.
Go. Wait. Changing that.
All right, I'm gonna fetch green, black, white, blue, and then play a morph. I think. No, white and a black blue. Sorry.
Sure.
Where's my morph? Morph.
Right.
Brad's really angry for some reason. That's why he growls.
Grrr.
It's been a long day.
Go.
Go! Man. Attack.
Yeah.
Here we go.
17.
Yep.
All right. Your go.
Alright.
Put you at 16. I'm winning.
True.
Is this what it's come down to? Is aggressive matchups are boarding... like we board into control mirrors. I hate battle
I
lands.
should get black red. Forgot I had a black red duel in here. Alright. And then I'll dim projector this back.
Sure.
Alright, so 16, 17, untap,
Yep.
draw, attack,
14.
go.
All right. Crack one of these for a swamp, crack the other for a plains at the end of your turn.
Okay, you're at 12. Good.
Drop. Knight.
Okay.
All right. Grab a plains, play a Sunken Hollow. Guess I can get a... No, I can get another blue-white. All right. And that'll be my turn.
I'll attack.
I'll go to 11.
I have you at from 12 from the 2 fetches last turn, now to 9.
Is that correct? All right. 9.
16, 9.
All right.
Go.
All right. Untap. That's one fail swoop. Tech.
14.
Silky smooth.
Okay.
All right. Your turn.
right. Blue, white, Woodland Wonder.
And that puts you at 13.
Well, this is really dumb. I'm just going to get hammered if I do this, but I don't have any real way to break serve. Yeah, whatever.
Alright, disdainful stroke.
Dispel it.
Dispel back.
Yep, and Gideon, kill me, yeah.
No, I don't have a Gideon yet. I'm at 8 lives. Guess this should just get a plane.
13 to 8.
Alright, untap, draw. 7. I'm going to this, animate, tick up, attack for 6.
Okay, puts me to 7.
13.
Yep.
Go.
Alright, go.
Which colors?
The ones that let me put 4 counters on it, sir.
Alright. That might just be enough. I guess just this is better.
Okay.
Go.
Attack Sworn.
So a double block would mean trade with fight, but trample would be 5. Blocks.
Okay. Kill this. You
Alright.
gain 7.
Yep.
20.
Yep.
And I can't win anymore. Great. I mean, there wasn't anything I could do, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there was. Can I
What?
take...
Yeah,
I
go.
need to take my turn back. I'm
Go.
really stupid. I forgot how this card works. I'm going to Tragic Arrogance, and you keep this. And I keep this. And I don't lose on the spot. And I'll attack Soren.
For 6. Alright, I'll block.
Okay, so
goes
you
to
first
2.
strike gain 3, though. So you go to 16, then it takes 4 down to 3. Takes 4 down to 2. Sorry.
I think I'm supposed to block there.
Could also block with the land, make him stay at 5, and if you draw a removal, you tick up.
No, I
kill
actually
my
have
guy.
a better line.
Okay.
Make 3 guys and block with everything.
Okay.
I thought I could kill you, but I can't. So this way, your guy dies, I gain 3, this loses 1, and goes to 5.
Yep. Still dead. Here you go.
Alright, so I go to 23.
No, all those guys don't have lifelink.
No, but I gain 3 from that.
Yeah, had you at.
Oh, yeah. 13
You went
to
from
16.
13 to 16.
Yep, alright.
All right. Here you go. Oh.
Yeah, make
That's it.
kitty.
All right.
Animate, tick up, attack for 3. You up 4 to 19.
Yep.
Your turn.
Boop. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You
Gonna
will
make
go-
a Soren emblem, and the deck can never fight through that. Or you're just actually dead.
I think I'm actual dead.
All right. Well, we played 5 exciting and engaging games of Magic the Gathering. What have we learned?
I learned that counterspells are really bad.
Well, they're situational, Todd.
Yeah, and none of the situations where they were good came up.
Well, the one for me where I was ahead
Oh, they're
with the
good
2-2.
for you.
Yeah.
They're good in your deck.
Yeah.
They're bad in my deck.
Probably.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that the deck is cool, and probably if you're going down that line, like, I've always had this no hedging philosophy in Standard, and it feels like Hunter's list is on the right page, but it's hedging, where if you're going to play Stubborn Isle, get that third one in there, get that fourth one in there, get some Tazikers in there.
Oh, yeah, Tasker would be great
Yeah.
in this deck. Yeah.
Like, and make sure you're committing to that strategy a little bit more aggressively. And because when you were hedging, some of your draws were just like not there. But like with 4 mana, if you can just delve for a Taziger, fight with Tremors Command, counter with, like, those games seem insane.
Yeah, that would have been great if
Yeah.
I drew Dramoka's Command when all I had was a 2-1 in play. I'm salty right now, even though I won. That's just how I roll against Brad.
That's how Todd rolls. Yes.
Only against you, though.
I know, it's weird. It's like Todd can win a tournament. No, I can top 8 a tournament and be like, hey, that was really cool top 8. He's like, stop talking about your top 8. And then Todd will win a tournament and he'll be like, yeah, I kind of won this tournament. And I'm like, yeah, that's sweet. And he's just like, be jealous. And I'm like, all right, I'm jealous. He's like, now I like it. Now I'm happy I won.
That's not true.
Just a little.
That's a little true.
Yeah. but yeah, you know, just like Hunter Nance about losing the finals, Todd can be a little salty about playing the deck. And because Hunter did lose in the finals.
Look, man. All right, I'm off it. Whatever. This deck is really sweet. Woodland Wanderer is great.
No, it actually is.
The trample is huge on it. It does have problems against like very specific things. If your opponent's able to get a Gideon into play and have a reasonable board, it's very difficult to actually come back from that.
There's so few ways to actually kill it. If you get the Woodland Wanderer with counterspell backup, they don't have another removal spell for it.
No, I know that's not
yeah.
what I'm saying. Like I'm saying in this deck, not just the card Woodland
yeah.
Wanderer. Like all Abs and aggro decks, like if you're on the draw in the mirror and your opponent just like curves out with a removal spell creature Gideon, like it's really hard to even do anything. And you know, there's not really a good way around that. It's kind of just an inherent flaw with an Abzan Charm deck, right? Because Abzan Charm is not Hero's Downfall. It doesn't take care of the Gideon, and you just fall farther and farther behind. So
yeah. And the Esper Tokens deck, I feel like it's very good. These Seekers feel a little out of place in an Abzan world.
true.
Same with Hangerback, they just fell out of place. Like, I do feel like maybe Esper Tokens should be even more controlling, which sounds weird.
I just think they should play Jason Oderstei's Command.
Yeah, that just sounds better.
Yeah. You just get to sit back,
Can we
all
play
these.
Knight too? Counter
Sure.
something on turn 5, get back Knight, get another land.
That sounds great.
Yeah, just pitch Jace, pitch it, put it into play.
Yeah, because no one even like you don't really want to have Neither White Orchid ever, so you just loot it away.
Yeah,
And then when it's good, you're just like, all right, get back, get a land.
yeah, perfect. We broke it
Broke it.
here at the Versus Series.
All
High
right,
five.
fine.
All right, this weekend, if you are able, willing and able, you should head out to Kansas City for the SCG Open in Kansas City. No coverage of this Open.
No video coverage.
No video coverage. There will be text coverage.
I hope so.
I don't know, maybe.
There's always text coverage.
Yeah, we'll
Usually.
tweet about it.
Yeah.
We'll tweet a winner's picture.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, after that, there's a bunch more tournaments. Sweet Invitational coming up next month. It's all getting so close, man.
Las Vegas.
The Players' Champs is so close.
Yeah, I can feel it.
I've already
slipping
started
away.
testing.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, I've started testing. I'm already ahead of you.
Okay. I
So
think
you
we're
know.
just on the same page because you just tell me everything that you do.
All right.
Cat's
Anyway.
out of the bag.
Yeah.
Brad tells me everything.
What bag? Because I don't see a bag, but I do see a cat.
Yeah, it's out of the bag.
BBD joke level.
It was out of the bag.
All
yeah.
right. We're done. We've had a long week. We'll see you guys next week with some more Versus videos, articles, videos, all that jazz. And then we will be in some city, I think Denver. Is it already Denver after this?
No, it's New Jersey, for Legacy.
Oh, Jersey Legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week
go to that.
we will probably be playing some Legacy in preparation for the Open in Jersey. So
That sounds exciting. I
Yeah.
can't wait. I need to learn that format for the Players' Champs.
he does this every year. He's just like, I don't know how to play Legacy. It's like, dude, you just played it for a while.
I mean, I know how to
I'm
count
done.
to 3.
Cut.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Hey, everyone. I'm Brad Nelson.
And
You're Todd Anderson.
line.
Hey, I'm Brad Nelson.
And I'm Todd Anderson, and you're watching the... Nah, okay.
Did you just forget? Or
Yeah.
All right. And you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com.
.net.
/P. We got a take in that, right? Yeah. All right.